How y'all doing up in the dub? And I'm gonna have to say what's on my mind, y'all. And I want to send love out to those if you don't understand. We have to understand we got to be kind, but nobody told you to be kind hearted to where you can't see that you being played or you been bullied and you been thrown down and nobody's listening to you. It's not a matter if they're listening to you. But I want to let people know out there, allegedly, to the people that I talk to every day. There's people out here, they don't think too kindly of me because of the way I am and who I am. And that's okay because I'm a survivor. I'm going to keep going past the limits to go to the next destination. I don't deserve no box until it's my turn. And I put it out for everybody. When you live by the streets, you gonna go out by the streets. But when you go out knowing that you got common sense with the streets, you gonna live another day. See, that's what I tell people. See, I never get on here and go tell you some cap to your face and spend all this time lying to you to tell you the world gonna kiss your ass and they gonna put shine and sugar on it. Cause that's a lie. Because there's people going to evil eye you and they're going to talk about you and they're going to say you the worstest thing coming. But the one thing they need to be saying about you was real from the start. You never was a fake homie. You never was a phony. You never led people down the street where they destruction. You saved people when they didn't even know how to save their own damn self. When they should have woke up years ago to the bull and the beatings and the getting abused and talked to like you trash and you're not nothing and you was always everything in the first place because you was the one building the family and you's the one really got the love in the family because you was trying it, but everybody closed you in and tried to take it from you, make you sour, make you envious, make you hate life itself. That is not true. You love your life and you keep going for them lessons and you learned because you had to learn them. See, we can't go through everything, skipping everything. We got to hit it straight on. And sometimes it's going to mess with your feelings. It's going to make you feel some type of way. But also you're going to have to awaken to what it is that you want to see versus of what you know is in front of you. Sometimes we can't always go by sight. You got to go within you, what's in front of you. You can feel those energies. A lot of you need to practice what evil energy is and what ain't, and how people feel when you come towards you and practice your own gifts and start strengthening your own life because we the only ones got a person in the corner. If any reason we get trapped out in these streets, remember this, y'all. It's because we sit back and we watched and nobody done nothing. And I'm going to tell you something, the ones that stood up and they talk about in history books, it's a lot of cap with everything. Everything got a twist with everything. But some things are true and some things have just been turned away to make it sugar, make it look better. So everybody in society won't judge it for what it really is. And that is, I don't give a darn how we look at it. Everybody says color was always the problem. And no, it was just the people. The types of way we raised some of you raised to hate another allegedly. Yeah, you hate another because you see the color of their skin. You hate them because you don't want to give somebody a chance to be better, do their own. All they know is to use, a lot of people use magic and steal from another, and people are not woke to that. They don't understand that they do it on the laws. They be doing it on everybody. These people have open shops right in front of them. And that's how I'm telling you that if you didn't know magic was bad for people, a lot of people, and you're using it for wrong, why would you let them put them signs up and say, I can help you? Especially with love and people that hurt you from the past. And really, you just need to learn how to heal from that shit and learn from that shit because it was a lesson that you agreed to go through before you came here. So technically, you got to put within yourself and heal yourself. And your greatest person to heal their own self is you. Your heart is only broken because you allow what you saw and your feelings to go together. And then when you did that, you burst your own heart and mind. But sometimes you got to strengthen that and see what's what. You can't make somebody else who you are. You can only make yourself be real. You don't have to be fake. That's a choice. That's what happens in relationships. They say we had no choice. That's a flat out lie. You had a choice whether you walk with that person, stand beside that person, or you was going to be a true friend, or you was just a cop out and you was just a liar, and you should have just went out there and got a revive that you was just fake all over, and you couldn't face yourself, and you was just jealous of being who you are versus of what you could have been and capable of, and learning how to love a motherfucker like you're supposed to, and win in these streets because we are entitled, and they're messing up my speech. We're entitled for us to be heard. It's freedom of speech. It's supposed to be. But a lot of times you tell secrets that you know you signed not to. See, that's the difference is I ain't signed to be on nobody's side that I wasn't going to tell the truth. One thing I don't give a darn on whatever social sites, cults, these dens and dinners trying to control you to say nothing but lies. That ain't gonna work, baby. It's time for the truth to come out. We real up in these streets. We got heart. We bleed the same. But the only difference is there's people that hate you for no reason just because you're smarter than them or just because your speeches can stand up to real and tell the truth and don't gotta go out here being a fake, two-timing, no kind of action kind of person and living and not living up to who you really are. That is a choice. That is not something that we require. We learned that along the way to let foolishness rule our life when we should be responsible and stand up for what we did wrong and stop sitting over in the corner saying, oh, please help me, Mosai, please. When I am right there in front of you, Mosai said, we right there in front of you, Mosai be right there in front of you. And you sit back and you walk over the situation that somebody, angels, your ancestors that is trying to help you. Don't do what you know to do because you know it ain't right. If you know you feel it in your heart, you done it, you said I lost my soul, then how can you correct it? Some people don't understand. You are done so wrong, mind control, before you even get a chance to do it. That's what got you. A lot of you, so many people that is what you can't see is greed upon because they don't think we're open to what really goes on. That's why a lot of times our presidents and all of them, they're like, y'all have no clue, allegedly, to what really goes on behind the doors. But the doors is closed to the evil because we don't let you see it. But they have to see it and they have to agree to shit that's tough. And sometimes I'm telling you, it'll seem like you really a bad person, but technically, down the road, you saved millions by just doing that dumb mistake that president that you particularly don't like or that one that did this. They really didn't do nothing but stand there and be what they had to do. Either they stand with what they was got going on or they wasn't going to be shit because the world was built on lies, allegedly. So lies have to win in people's mind, but technically what's going to win is people standing up and getting together and realize we're all not fools. Only way we're fools is because some people are mind controlled to destroy your own, and that's mankind. And if we don't see it soon, allegedly, they're going to think